Hey, what's up, guys? I want to talk to you about something that's kind of strange, but it's real. It happened yesterday, and I just wanted to throw it out there, which is I started working at a new hotel, and this hotel is like 180 years old. I live in a really old part of Canada, one of the oldest parts. Anyway, it's a hotel, and I work downstairs at the spa, and I believe I had a paranormal experience, and I'll tell you the whole story anyway, and you guys can make up your mind one way or another, because I doubt it myself, but I don't know, it's kind of strange. Anyway, a bit about this hotel. Yeah, it goes way back, and this is an area in Canada where there was wars and things, War of 1812, where the United States came across, and at one point in time they were just massacring civilians on both sides. Like, it was just a fucking slaughterhouse of civilian deaths. And in this old town, this is exactly where a lot of slaughter happened. They just came in and slaughtered the whole town, the Americans did. Anyway, so there's a lot of history there. This hotel in particular has been featured on ghost shows, I know that. And there's a lot of ghost investigations that have gone down there. I've heard that from a long time ago. Anyway, so it's well known for being a kind of a... I think even there's a ghost tour that goes through town and they talk about this hotel. Just to give you an idea. Anyway, I work in the basement and of this hotel in the spa, and I noticed, like, I've been there for a few weeks now, and I noticed some kind of weird things, but nothing like too crazy until yesterday when I was working on this lady in one of the rooms, which is a really big room. It's almost like it used to be somebody's like quarters for like a maid quarters or something like that, like room or something like that. Anyway, working in this room, and her halfway through the massage, her watch just flew off the fucking table. It didn't just drop off, and it flew off and it hit the ground with speed. Like, it hit her hard. Like, when I heard it drop, I thought it was something a lot bigger, and I looked, it was just a small little watch, and it wasn't just beside the table, it was like 2-3 feet away from the table. That means that it was yeeted. This watch was yeeted off the table. And I mentioned something, I'm like, oh, that's weird. She's like, oh, my watch just fell off the table. I'm like, yeah, it just fell off. I didn't want to say anything because it kind of creeped me out. Anyway, and it's halfway through the massage, so like you would think, like, if it was on the edge of the table, it would have fallen off a lot sooner, unless there's another force that got applied to it. And what forces are in there? There's no big air current. There's no windows in this place. It's in the basement. There's no vents or anything. And I believe that the watch was actually on the table. So yeah, it got yeeted off the table, and so I was doing the massage, and then all of a sudden I got a really creepy feeling. And you could be like, well, that's just because that creepy situation happened, so I kind of got spooked. Yeah, but no, it was like a few minutes after that I just got hit by like a static charge. And like when you rub a balloon and then like you bring it close to your hair and then your hair stands up, kind of thing. It was like that, where it was palpable, meaning like you could feel it. It was there was definitely something there. I could feel it. It was like, what the fuck? And then in the room, I call it the cuck chair, where there's a chair in the corner, like where people put their clothes and things, but like call it cuck chair because that's where the guy sits watching his wife get railed by a black dude or something, like in a porn, whatever. But like anyway, the cuck chair, I kept seeing, it was like a firefly at night that just like appears and disappears, like the little spark. I kept seeing sparks in the goddamn fucking cuck chair. I think there was something sitting in that fucking chair. Anyway, that kind of creeped me out, okay? So I left it there, right? Okay, done. In the next room, there's this lady I was working with, sometimes do couples massage with. She's in another couples room. Both were couples room, but there was no couples, which is me and my client. Talked to her right after while my client's getting dressed. I'm like, hey, weird question. She's like, yeah. Is there any like paranormal shit that goes down here? She's like, oh yeah. I'm like, because goddamn fucking watch just flew off the goddamn, I didn't say it like that, but like watch flew off the table. She's like, yeah, that's happened. Things like that. And apparently light switches just turn off, but it's not like the lights turn off like it's an electrical issue. The whole fucking switch turns off. mid-massage. Nobody else is there. They say that, she said that people have seen figures walk by the room, like say they're doing their bed or whatever, or like estheticians doing their thing, right? And they see somebody walk by the room and they're like, hey, excuse me, can I help you? They go out to see if anybody's there because nobody's supposed to be there. It's like past close or, while they're setting up or something. And nobody's there. And, what else did she say? There was one more thing. But anyway, if it comes to me, I'll say it. But yeah, so she's like, oh yeah, everybody experiences this things. And why is it always in a goddamn basement of an old-ass building from the 1840s or something? You know what I mean? Like, I think why would the ghosts be there? Maybe they get disturbed by where there's a big population or by where there's sunlight or, you know what I mean? That's why they come out at night, because there's less radiation and less interference and things like that, sound and things, like fuck with them. I don't know. But we're in the goddamn basement. It's really quiet. It's a goddamn spa. It's super quiet, super chill. And the fucking watch flew off the table. Mid-massage. Again, it didn't just drop off the table. It flew off the table. 3 feet away from the table. 3 feet away. How is that physically possible? If you place a watch on the edge of the table and it just fell off, it would be beside the table. It wouldn't be 3 feet away from the fucking table. Sorry, I'm getting a bit hyped up. It just kind of freaked me out, man. And the thing is, I got to keep going. We're going back to work there. You know what I mean? It's good money, though. I don't know. Do I deal with ghosts and get good money, or do it freak me out enough where I don't even want to fucking deal with that shit? And man, I make over $100 an hour, $130 an hour at this goddamn place. So yeah, maybe I'll stick around and deal with some goddamn ghost activity. But holy fuck, that's fucked, eh? Anyway, I'll keep you posted if I sense any more. Maybe the watch just spontaneously bounced 3 feet away from the table. Doubt it. Again, when it came off the table, it wasn't just something fell lightly. It was boom. It was thrown off the table, man. Anyway, I'm kind of curious. At one point in time, I'm doing massage. I'm I hope I see this old man in a top hat sitting in that fucking chair with a monocle in his eyes. I'd be like, that's fucking awesome. Seriously. I kept seeing these little sparks, though. I don't know what the fuck that was. Maybe orbs or something? I don't know. Fucking orb activity, spiritual activity down there. I don't know. Apparently it was just a hotel for a long time, but there might have been some whack ass shit going down in that basement at some time. You know what I mean? You never know. Somebody got murdered down there. Somebody got strangled, or fucking something committed suicide down there. You know what I mean? Maybe a maid. Maybe there was a maid. It was the maid's quarters, and bitch just couldn't handle it anymore. She fucking hung herself in that room. I don't know. And she's there forever now. I have no idea. I'm just throwing things out there. But maybe I'll try to speak to it when I'm alone. I'll close the door. I got some time, and I'll do a little paranormal investigation. What do you guys think? Am I onto something or not? The fact that it was verified immediately by the people I work with, because normally if I was to say at the other spas I worked, oh, I think there's some ghosts in there, they'd be like, yeah, bullshit. Here they're like, oh yeah. Fuck yeah, everybody senses this shit. Everybody's experienced this shit, man. That's what she said. So, little evidence. It's not just that it's spooky, it's in a basement of an old hotel. It never even came to mind until that shit kind of happened. Even though I knew that hotel did have some history about these things. I'm a skeptic. I would have never even came to mind until I saw a goddamn watch thrown off a fucking table. Anyway, that's why I'm going to end this video on. What do you guys think? Leave in the comments section below. Peace.